welcome, and thank you guys for tuning into the Sisters Talk podcast. I am your host, Annie M. Today we have a very special guest, Mind Power Lady, Angela Wilson. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure to be here and serving your audience.
Definitely. So we're going to start off this podcast with asking, who is the Mind Power Lady?
Okay, I would like to address myself as a holistic researcher and a solution provider on the earth's misery and personal tragedy to an unshakable level.
I love that. What has inspired you to take on some of these extraordinary feats that you've taken on with being an author, being a coach of many different issues in life? Could you tell us a little bit about your journey?
The reason I start this actually reverse back to since my birth. I was born unwanted. My mother tried to drown me to death at my birth. So basically, I was taken as an extra person in the family. So I have two controversial life in my childhood. On one hand, I was discriminated, misused, slaved, and being abused physically, emotionally, mentally every day. But on the other side, I got the privilege to follow my doctor parents in turn in their daily routine, dealing with the patients, rather than like other kids who enjoy toys and playground. So that allowed me to see the meaning nature of humans suffering. I saw people, regardless of how successful they are or how vulnerable they are, how poor they are, how powerful they all suffer the same way, physically, emotionally, mentally. Every day I see
Very
people
interesting.
die. Yeah, I see newborn baby. I saw, newborn baby die immediately. Yeah, I saw successful people die in a sudden. That scared me. I was questioning, oh my God, so when I'm going to die, how I'm going to die, where I'm heading to when I die. And then, when my father said nobody can change destiny, then I was wondering, oh my God, then does that mean that the rest of my life will live like that? Like living in the fear, no enjoyment. Yeah, I saw people, have enjoyment maybe millions, then track back to the miserable feeling, survival mode. I didn't fear the environment is what I dream of as a human being. I wanted to feel the love everywhere. I want everyone, love everyone else unconditionally. I just want that, but I never saw that. And I see the betrayal. I see the setup in the family. I see the setup in all these you know professional medical professional environments. They fight for each other for the salary, for maybe just $5 increase, or try to step on each other. That's miserable. I didn't like that.
Very interesting. And you see it on a global scale. It's not one country over the other.
No, no.
Very
So
true.
yeah, yeah. Along the journey, put like this: my father was a celebrity doctor, and all these local top powerful people just want my father, and some of them actually carry a very extraordinary background and taken care of by government. Yeah, they all already in other countries, have experience, have a war, have a high level position, and then and during my journey, when I doing all the research, I recognized, even I escaped from hometown, I thought, oh, I have freedom, but I saw the same pattern. So all these people have a national level success, international level success, and then also and investors, business owners from global scale, from all different countries, all the same pattern. That lead me to, go through all the studies, psychology, all this. So I have so many qualifications, you name it. And then later on, last decades, I invested over 1 million US dollars research everything, research billionaire mindset, success mindset. Why those top successful people who have a super mental strength, which lead them to success? but suddenly trigger them in the mental state, have depression, anxiety, suicide, and then suddenly have a, miserable crash, or die in the air crash, or be murdered, or even be murdered by someone they know for so long, and they even invited the murderer come to the house, that the murderer just chopped into pieces. How could that person, because the person have to be smart enough, intelligent enough. That's why, I just dig deep level. Point is, when you find the truth, then you find another truth, then always a different layer of truth. Yeah, so when I give the answer for a question, I normally give an answer from different angle, or I normally ask a specific question from different angle, because human beings are trapped in a mindset they even don't know they are trapped, because everyone want to be the master of own life, own destiny. But at the end, most of us are the puppet of our own hacked unconscious mind. It's like Stephen Jobs. He was searching so hard, spent 9 months before his death to try to find out the cure, recover from the cancer, from the suffering, because he knew operation is not good. But he failed. And then he had to go through the operation. Then the doctor said because he came late. Is that true? The truth is because he has no idea that he trapped by his hacked unconscious mind. And all the solution he was looking for is through consciousness, subconsciousness, physical body, while all these three parts are all controlled by manipulation of the unconscious mind.
That's so true. It kind of makes me think about manifestation, right? But I know we're going to touch on that later. So I really love what you're breaking down here from a very simple level. And I also like the fact that you're answering it from different levels so that everybody can understand what you're talking about. Now, sometimes we think that we're diagnosed, whenever we're diagnosed with something that's incurable, right? Or something unknown, that's the end, right? That's our unconscious mind speaking something negative over us. But we'll get into it. So before we touch on that, I want to talk about your book. So, Mind Power Lady, Dr. Angela Wilson, you have a book out called The Power of the Unconscious Mind. Can you tell us a little bit more about this book?
Okay. I actually have a different version of this book and with different title, and before I release to people free, and publicly, what I recognize is people misinterpret the book, the meaning of the book, by use their subjective judgmental mind, which is controlled by their hacked unconscious mind. Yeah, that's why I
Can you
changed.
explain to the audience what you mean by hacked?
Okay, that's a good question. Put like this: we human being as a species, yeah, in the universe, we have basically have no difference than other species. But although human beings think we are superior than other species, but in the universe understand human beings do their best, try to escape, yeah, in the position like a fish, like a cow, yeah. And the point is, the universe need to keep the balance, yeah. We cannot let human being live on the longevity, never die, yeah. How the ecosystem go, yeah. So what happens at the ecosystem, they need to control human being. How to do that? That's
I would
control.
say through fear. That's one way.
That's right. Fear, where does this fear come from? Fear is energy. Fear is not a physical, right?
Right.
And this fear of energy from where? And all human beings understand we live at a different level of fear, although we want to take over the control of fear. But unless we take over the control of the power in the unconscious mind, otherwise impossible. That's the point. And the fear is embedded into our DNA through what? Through physical part, which is the reptilian brain. I believe many of the audience already know reptilian brain. Yeah, reptilian brain have two angle. One is primal, like a sexual desire or this, yeah, and the survival mood, yeah, and the other negative one is fear. For the survival mode, in order to be successful, everyone can be triggered to the survival mode, do whatever it takes. When we say do whatever it takes, that can be go extreme to the illegal act. Yeah. However, that this three, like a fear, like a primal instinct, yeah, with a sexual desire for people attracted by HIV or the stuff, yeah. And also the survival mood to whatever, even kill others to be successful, like even they do drugs or whatever. But these are all controlled or be manipulated in the way we take the action which is wrong. The reason is because hacked. How? Reptilian brain embedded in our DNA, then that connect with unconscious mind. And unconscious mind is energy. And the energy inside our body, unconscious mind, is also part of the energy in the universe. So the universe use other energy out of our body to signal us. Yeah. And the
Almost like
most
a computer. Almost
that,
like a computer,
that's
right?
right. Because we are part of the energy. It's like a water. Put like this. You can put like 100 degree of the hot water inside the cold water. But then the hot water will merge with the cold water. Yeah. And be balanced. That's what happens in our body. And most human beings only see the body as a solid matter. And why? Because this solid matter is just a special shape or form of energy with low vibration. Einstein said there is no matter. Matter is just the energy with the special condition.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, do you think that we ever officially die?
Okay. Put like this: we will officially die based on the physical energy because this is structured in the way that need to disappear, right? However, the other part of the energy, which is a combination of different level of mind, yeah, will not die. However, can be shaped into different form. But when people try to understand this, they mix this one with spirituality. That's why so many people, so many entrepreneurs, they know they cannot solve the issue with the physical side. They try to connect it with also metaphysical side, but also trapped with the spirituality that's leading as a lifestyle, but cannot solve the problem. That's why I'm here to get clarity, yeah, accurate clarity on the answers from the consciousness. The consciousness, if we do not get clarity, we feel confused. Then when we take action, how we can take accurate, right action if we don't know exactly the concept. This is also what happened with Stephen Jobs.
Stephen Jobs, yeah, yeah, that's interesting. I do want to know more about that. We do have more questions, so I'm going to keep it moving. So, I kind of interpreted your book or the title of it prior to the change. I started thinking about living beyond the mind prison, and that's pretty much how I promoted you because I thought that was interesting. A lot of us are imprisoned in ourselves and the way we think, and that's the way we think is so important to our success, whether we live or die, whether we become successful or not. So, what did what did your mental prison look like? I'm just curious.
Did you use the words your?
Yeah, your mind
Okay.
power lady. Yes.
Okay, that's very good question, very unique. Okay, put like this: mind prison is a prison locked by your limited believing system. Yeah, in order to help people understand, and the prison is including the whole body. Because if I see the mind prison, people only think the mind, they don't think the body. But the whole body is a system controlled by the mind. That's why now, in order to have more people understand, I use the words prison of the mind matrix. Then people need to ask what is the matrix. Then I can have the reason to explain the body, because our whole physical body is the results of the mind. That's another level of
Powerful. So interesting.
understanding. Okay,
Yeah.
so put like this: in order to be successful, if we only be able to look at the success from a very narrowed angle. If you heard the story about the five blind men with the elephant, everyone describe the elephant completely right from their limited, yeah, absolute accurate understanding. but they cannot zoom out and see the whole picture of the elephant. So the solution, they deal with their finance, deal with their success, deal with their goal, their mission in life, cannot be sustainable because they only see that the narrow parts of it. That's why you can see super successful people in the whole life journey, sooner or later will lose the track in their life journey. That's the reason. Because they can be very powerful to build a project, to have a project risk control, risk prevention. But they never thought of their whole life, their project they do in business, in career, in personal life is just a part of a narrow, small project in the whole life journey. So basically, start our journey as a human being, we need already foresee how we want to set up our whole life journey until we die and then we leave the body. And I didn't see anyone do that. But I was lucky in my childhood. I saw the meaning nature of human suffering. So I told myself, I need to make sure every day, every minute counts in me. Yeah, counts. I don't want to make the effort like so many successful people I already saw in the childhood end up die miserable. Especially my father, one day when I was 6, my father took out a notebook and read Destiny of Every Kid. And at that time I was 6. When I heard one of my siblings will have miserable life after 40, I looked at her face and she made me angry. Her face looks like a naive, innocent, and hopeless. Her eyes just look like this. It's like stunned. I hate it. I was questioning how could possible you just waiting be slaughtered. So I look at back. My dad asked how to change destiny. My dad said nobody can change destiny. That's a time I have awareness to me. It's an awakening moment. When people talk about awakening, this is my awakening moment. I want to be practical, accurate. I want every day what I do makes sense for my eternity. That's why I'm here with you. Yeah, but so many successful all fail. Okay, they can be power, have earned assets, but when they getting old, caught up by dementia. When we caught up by dementia or Alzheimer's disease, we lose the dignity. When we lose the dignity, we lose everything. Or caught up by stroke, then all your beautiful, beloved children think, what's the point you stay here? So they do their best to fight with those assets. Then you staying there thinking, oh, you lost everything you worked so hard with. Can you see that?
Oh,
And then
absolutely.
at the time, okay, close to the death, you start trying to believe in God, a different God, different power try to save you. But before you always think you don't need to believe in anything. You can be powerful. Why you lose the power? Because you never tap into the unconscious mind. That's what I
You think
teach.
about a candle. It's like over time that candle will burn out. And that's
That's
what's
right.
happening to everyone. That's
That's
interesting.
right. So when you start to use the candle, you need to think how to make the candle sustainable, and if in case the candle will burn out, and what's your action? Are you capable? It's not just knowledge. Are you capable to take the action when the candle burns out, and how you going to survive?
Interesting. Wow. Powerful. That was a very good explanation. Thank you. So can we talk a little bit about the hidden loopholes like manifestation and positive mind,
Oh, okay,
which by the way, a lot of people do not believe that people can actually be happy and be real about it. Can we talk about that?
okay. I put like this, and so many people actually use manifestation, and some think works temporary, some things work all the time, some things never work. Are they wrong or right? They are all right according to their experience, but they all are trapped into the direction without seeing the whole picture. First of all, manifestation means your mind connect with the universe. Yeah. My question is, do you know what exactly the energy in the universe? If you have no idea different level of energy in the universe, you manifested it, you don't know what you attracted to. Yes, you can see what you attracted maybe appear and is good, but I guarantee you, because that's what I research I did. And all success people have used manifestation or even law of attraction at several degree. But you see what's the consequence?
Yes.
Does they help them to be successful ever? No. Why? Because this is against the law of the nature, and in the ecosystem, human being have to be like other species and randomly be taken, just according to time. Yeah, time and the conditions. Also, and this law of attraction manifestation is all controlled by what? By the subconscious mind, which is emotion. And this is 10% of the whole mind. And this part of the mind is like our consciousness and like our body is all monitored, manipulated by the needs of unconscious mind. So the real boss is the unconscious mind. And we are just a puppet. We think, oh, good, manifested, oh, good, I'm happy. You know what the unconscious mind that hack you, energy hack you? Great, you feel good. What happens when we feel good? When we feel good, we think we are doing right. When we think doing right, we don't see the loopholes. We don't know the traps. We don't see. We cannot see the pitfalls in front of us. And we refuse to see it because I feel so good. Don't tell me something different. You destroy my good mood. Well, I'm already top success. Why I need to listen to you? Good luck. That's what happens
Good luck
with
to us
our
all.
time. So yeah, that's right. That's exactly like a Stephen Jobs or this billionaires trap.
Right.
Honestly, when people feel cool, they think they are all right, doing things right. When they do not think right, they see the past that doesn't go the way they want, they start to think other things is wrong or other people have done wrong. Or maybe they think consciously they need to change their strategy, but they don't know the consciousness strategy change actually is manipulated by the unconscious mind.
Okay.
However, we can easily fix this issue. How? We just need to activate our function, multi-level of function of our mind. Put like this: if we do manifestation, yeah, if manifestation only based on one level of our consciousness, yeah, we try this way, maybe works, maybe not work. But if we are able to activate a multi-dimensional level of the consciousness, we will be able to see different layer, bigger at a bigger scale. We already saw the solution. But if our mind is narrowed to that limited part of the consciousness, we cannot see things. Basically, we already have all the answer around us. We need to tap into that. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm talking about. I use the words now to describe like this. It's like you take a break. You will not say, "Oh, hold on, I cannot breathe now because I need to focus on eating." I cannot take a breath now. I'm in business. I cannot take a breath now. I'm in busy party. When you are party, use breath. Yeah. When you are intimacy, you breathe. So when you get angry, you breathe. So when you're happy, you breathe. So I teach people how to activate your multi-dimensional level of the talents with what? With that function like the nature of what? Breathe, take a breath. Be part of the second nature.
Oh, I love this. We have a question too. We have a question from Arthur Frank Jordan who asks, "Do you think tapping into the unconscious mind can lead to unnatural rituals?"
If tap into the unconscious mind leads to unnatural nature, that means that's not the real unconscious mind. Okay. And so many people who misinterpret an unconscious mind with other spirituality. Yeah, I'm talking about the unconscious mind controlled by you. How to do that? We cannot tap into the unconscious mind without activating the multifunction of our minds. Because unconscious mind is largely inaccessible for kids. Some kids have the opportunity, but most kids, when they have the opportunity, they tap into the wrong direction, connected with universe that's trapped into autism. That's a reason. That's a reason.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay, some kids who have autism, yeah, why autism kids have an issue? Even autism adults need to carry that the rest of their life. Yeah, because in their childhood, since birth, actually the energy already connected with unconscious mind in a way, maybe I should use the word manipulated way, that they cannot integrate with their physical human reality on Earth. That's why they have trouble living engaged with human beings' life.
Understood. And that's also why they're so brilliant at the same time.
That's right. That's
Interesting.
right. So there is no balance. Yeah,
Right. That's
that's the
correct.
reason.
Right, right. Wow. Okay, that was good. And thank you for the question, Arthur Frank Jordan. So now let's talk about dating. Let's talk about something that majority of the people on this planet is they're a little familiar with this, at least almost everyone. So dating is a very important topic for many. Can you explain the meaning of blind dating?
When I say blind dating, I don't just mean okay. I never know that person. Okay, I just I have a needs for intimacy. I just okay date the person and cause the issue. When I say blind dating, I mean blind at the level without knowing what's going on in that person's unconscious mind. Because as I said, everyone is hacked by the unconscious mind. Yeah, unconscious mind is hacked. Yeah, if you don't understand your own unconscious mind, how do you know what's going on in that person's unconscious mind? And in the unconscious mind can carry all different energy. If you search the news, sometimes you can see some weird things happen with some people. They are in the relationship. Yeah, they already think they know each other, even they already married. That suddenly something go wrong, and maybe one person being murdered by the other person, and that kind of energy can actually already exist a long time ago. Long time ago. When I say blind, I mean we can be very intelligent, yeah, and see and understand the person at this level, use naked eyes, use our emotion, but at the end we actually cannot control. Why?
So
Because how you know that person be triggered by his hacked unconscious mind, because energy is changing all the time. Mind is energy, and why our mind can our emotion is dynamic. How you know what's going on? However, if we working on different level of the consciousness through what and the conscious level, emotional level, and the different part of body, that's what I teach in my program, hacking the hacker. That's tangible, is a physical body. People like to be tangible. Yeah, I help them remove all the loopholes and help them understand the subtle boundaries, subtle traps. Just maybe a, a, a little bit difference can drive the miles. When I'm working with clients, you know some clients, I actually tracking, what happened. I tracking what's going on inside their weight. I even ask, what's the color of your poo? Really? Yeah. How that what color of a poo can connect with the blind dating? Because from here I can track things from there. Interesting, yeah. And the people normally think they have no connection, but because I work and cover everything, I see what is behind. Can you see that?
oh yeah, definitely. Well, some people are just aren't as analytical, of course, because by nature we're just not taught to be. But it's so important that we become that way if we want to see the bigger picture. That's what I take
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. And I'm a person born with a nature being very analytical, and that's actually helped me to have accurate thinking. You can imagine if my mom, my birth mom, and want to kill me, who I can trust. I need to check if I get food in poison, because they are doctor, so I need to be able to foresee things before it happen. Because my mom actually beat me in a sudden. She can be very happy with patient, when turn around, she immediately change her face. So I need to be able to have be ability to predict what happened and how I react without the suffering. Yeah.
yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about leveraging your mental strength, because I noticed that you have a lot for people who just tuned in. We're interviewing today Mind Power Lady, Dr. Angela Wilson, and my goodness, she has so many gems for us today. It's such an honor to have her on the show. And we also have someone who says this is really very interesting. Yes, it is, John, and thank you so much for tuning in today. So let's get back to leveraging this mental strength. Right now, there are still so many people off work in the U.S. You know what happened last year. COVID hit us very strongly. And so there's some people that are feeling displaced, right? If they're working, some people still aren't working. And so what is your advice to the people who are in these situations?
I would like to answer the question at different level from different angle because audience maybe have different age scale, right?
That's correct.
So I think first we need to practice the mental strength on love, because currently you cannot take too much action through the external world, right? Because nothing is happening. Yeah. So to the word, I want everyone practice love. But point is, when people feel suffering, they think I need help. If I feel suffering, I focus on how I survive the next day, how I can love other people. That's a trap. That's a trap. The real ability of love is love unconditionally in any condition. When I say in any condition, any external condition shouldn't trap us to lose the ability of love. On the contrary, when outside condition is more rough, more hard, more tough, what we need to do, we need to expand our ability of love. When we feel we need mercy and we need to do opposite, we need to give mercy to others. When we look at other people's eyes and feel their suffering, what happens? And the energy flow inside body start be activated and being warmed, and then you start to feel you are energized again. So people always do wrong because that's a trap. Yeah, if you, especially if you are at a young age, I would like you to practice this one. And how to start? Start from your family. Because we are knocking down, it's good time to have a reason, have a chance to build up very strong connected the bond, strong bond to be with your family. Solve the unsolved issue. If you think some issue connected with your beloved one, yeah, your spouse, your husband, wife, or your stable dating, yeah, I would like you to be really authentic to yourself and to that person. If you think, you hurt that person, apologize. Apologize to that person doesn't mean you will lose your ego, lose your dignity, but you will win the heart. And then if you think you already do something wrong to the person, you apologize. But meanwhile, if they have done something wrong to you, you don't need to ask his apologize. You can tell him, you acknowledge what emotion triggered him doing that way. So many people ask me why I never hate my parents. My parents even trapped one of my siblings and disfigured me on my face. She walked behind me one day at lunch when I was 18. I saw she tried to pick something on the table. So I lowered down my head and she actually held a knife to try to cut here deep in the middle of my right chest. But because I low him down, so that escaped. So you don't see the scar here, but I still have a scar here. I was almost there. But I never hate them. Why? Because when I was around 2.5 years old, I noticed one day when I feel so painful when my mom beat me, I told myself, I said, maybe I need to tell her I'm angry. If she doesn't stop, I will revenge. And I need to show her. How I show her? I turn around, I look into her with my eyes telling her I'm angry. You continue, I will fight. You know what I saw? I saw my mom's eyes looks like she won't kill me now. That's freaking me out. I was thinking, oh, that's dangerous. That's time I recognize I can never hate any others. Because if you hate those people who did bad things to you, they actually, because they already know what they have done wrong, they try to take over the control completely at a different level, put yourself in a danger. However, everyone who are doing bad things to others, you know what? Because they are living in their instinct, controlled by the manipulated unconscious mind, they try to survive at another level, try to dominate. So, but they did in a wrong way. So there are enough reason to forgive those people who make you suffer. And who benefit the most is you. So in this COVID-19, how we raise our immune system? The power of love, the forgiveness at a higher level by understanding what's the trap if you do not forgive. That's a reason. And then for people who already, who already successful, but then feel trapped in this COVID-19 and worry in the future, put it like this. You just imagine without the COVID-19, if we do not fix the issue of unconscious mind, manipulated unconscious mind, sooner or later we will lose everything anyhow. What's the difference? Just earlier. And I give you example of successful people, in at top level, maybe I don't give name here. They can be so powerful, but at the end they lose all their assets because of various reasons. What's the difference between that reason and the COVID-19? So what we need to focus on to survive is use the situation, restructure your business, set up a new strategy, new plan for your future. We need to be very adaptive, what is called very flexible. Yeah, according to the situation, we need to practice to have the quality of water. You know how smart water is. Water change the shape of the form according to the mountain, according to the path, according to anything. Water looks like a bottle when it's in bottle. Water looks like a tube when it's in tube. Water is soft. Yeah, and water is powerful. So that's the quality we need. It's not because of the situation. I think, you know what? The situation it will is always change because the situation is energy. Our mind is energy. Our body is energy, just at a different shape or form. So we need to practice to be really, like play Tai Chi, but beyond the level of Tai Chi, because Tai Chi yin yang at the end, zero, nothing. Okay, that's another topic. So when you practice, we are energy, we are power, we are power of love, and we are able to adopt ourselves in any situation, no matter what. We are the warrior at top level, we are the samurai without killing anyone, but we are able to merge others' negative energy into our power. By doing this, we lift to another level, and meanwhile, we help others to live to other level. So when people ask me why I use hacking the hacker. Yeah, hacking the hacker means you have to be initiative. But you only initiative hack, fighting who? Fighting the hacker who come inside your body. You don't fight with anyone else. The highest level of fight is no fight, and all the fight drawing back into you. That connect with like a law of attraction, manifestation. You don't need to worry about anything. What you may be tracked the positive result you want, because that can be a trap. However, you focus on control your territory, your whole body, the matrix, yeah, controlled by the unconscious mind, and you take over the control through what? Activate your consciousness, unconscious or subconsciousness, your whole body energy at the same level, like you breathe as a nature as you how you breathe. That's what exactly it is. Basically, everyone tried to get in there, but they all did wrong. That's why so many people, doesn't matter how top success they have, how the mindset they think they control. You know what they need? They need to rely on meditation. Meditation can be a good lifestyle, but the meditation cannot be used as a solution to help you for critical situation, because your body is in the war zone, and you sit here meditate. Okay, you can meditate 2 hours, but you lose these 2 hours for doing your business, right? But if you are being able to activate multidimensional your talents, you are meditating all the time. Like I'm talking to you, I'm meditating all the time without meditating, because that's just the nature of multidimensional function. Like you take a breath. And you don't need to even think, oh, the whole world is doing the bad thing. We are set up in the matrix, and we need to wake up. Wake up through all go inside yourself, because the world have to be the way it should be. Yeah, self-love to the level of what? The highest love is the love that you are able to love everyone unconditionally by understand their pain, in controlled by their unconscious mind. This is the time you will free yourself, break
I
the
love
bar
it.
of the prison. That's the only chance. Otherwise, you can see so many people practice love, gratitude, but they're all blocked at a certain level, cannot change anymore. Why? Because they actually didn't know our whole body energy is the same with others' energy. If there are gaps between, yeah, there are conflict. So the only way to be part of that is embrace, take others' negative energy and transmute it into the power. That's why we become oneness. If we are not able to work on that level, there never be a oneness, and then we get hurt ourselves. Does that
Very,
make sense?
very powerful. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this. Like you're summarizing 2 years of my work of what I'm trying to do
That's
all
why
in one session.
I'm here to serve the world. I'm also global peace, ambassador, and
Mhm.
my mission is to help as many people as possible understand how they live the best value of themselves through the simple way, just working on the hack the unconscious mind.
Yes.
And then through what? Just activate a multi-dimensional level of your nature, and do it just like you breathe the air. You never forget breathe the air when you kiss. Even you're busy kissing, you still breathe. Yeah,
Yes,
because that's your life.
exactly.
Make it the nature, then you can foresee things. Then you are living in a life without controlled by the limited perception. You know, we don't
I,
need to blame or any government or anyone else did things wrong to us. We just need to activate our function. Then you are free. If we blame others have done things wrong to us, we hate. But the
yes.
universe have their system, have to do the way it needs to, and how it needs to be done. Yeah, but if we activate our multi-dimensional level, what happens? We know everything at different level, and we just can escape from being the victim while enjoy human beings' experience. How beautiful it is.
I love that. Because when we stop becoming the victim and we understand the bigger picture, it'll help us to move forward. It'll help us to reach that successful level that we envision
That's
for
right.
ourselves. So that's
That's
very
right.
key. I love
That's
that.
right. And the victim is because you put yourself in the situation, you cannot see the perception, bigger picture. For
Yes.
example, like the five blind men who with the elephant. If they
Mhm.
think like one blind man saying, "Oh, the elephant is like a fan," then he try to get the fan, cut the ear, cut the ear of the elephant, and to use the fan to get himself feel cool. What happened? And before he done that, the elephant will step on him. He will be dead. Can you see that? We just need to zoom out, see the big picture. And the easy way to do is I just teach you how to remove the loophole.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
awareness, self-awareness is not enough. Well, awareness is from the conscious mind. And conscious mind is 10% of our mind. When we are at sleep, we cannot use awareness. Am I right? When we are in panic zone, we cannot have awareness. Awareness is gone. And when we are trapped in dementia, we have no awareness. When we are at the process to put like that, when we are in coma, we have no awareness. That's why it's so important to working on multi-dimensional level. When we're working on multi-dimensional level of the consciousness, yeah, what happens? Even we are in the coma, even we are in sleep, yeah, we still in control. Like we breathe. Do we breathe when we sleep? Do we breathe in coma? We do, right? So
Yeah. Absolutely.
awareness is far more not enough. And the Steve Jobs have a strong awareness. That's why searching, answer and couldn't. That's the
Yes.
reason.
That's a very good analogy too for people to consider out there. And it brings us right into our next question. For those skeptics, people who say, manifestation, I don't believe in that crap. You have a lot of people that don't believe that we're energy. They don't believe that we're just inside of our shells. How would you explain to them that law of
Okay,
attraction works? It
okay,
really
great.
works.
Okay, we already talked about the side effects of manifestation, law of attraction. If we do not have the knowledge, awareness of what's going on, and also if we already know the awareness, but we don't have the skill to protect us, it doesn't help. Awareness doesn't help. Yeah, that's what happens with so many people. But for those people who are skeptical, I want to answer this question from different angle. First of all, the universe set up a human being's mind to be skeptical. You know why? If everyone is not skeptical, so easy out of the trap, the web, yeah, and then universal Earth energy cannot be that low. What happens? Then this low level of energy and what is going on in the world negatively will not happen. And the universe wants to have enough negative energy. Listen very carefully. Enough negative energy to do the work it have to be done. So skeptical is important to contribute in that energy. However, on one hand, they are very good. They are contributor to the universe energy. Negative energy is good. However, there are two levels of skeptical energy. Am I skeptical? I'm very skeptical. But I have the quality. I'm skeptical because I skeptical. I won't find the answer. I invest my time, my effort, my money to try to find the answer. Not being skeptical, but go to another level answer. Then I skeptical again because I'm looking for truth, and another level, different level of truth to free myself. However, most of people they are skeptical to trap themselves into the level of being the victim. If they enjoy to being the victim, it's fine. Because they contribute to the world. Yeah. And then if they don't enjoy, but they still stuck in the narrowed mindset, being skeptical, then they are driven to that direction to contribute the ecosystem. It's fine. Don't help those people who are skeptical, don't want change. It's their own duty, want to wake up and tap into higher level of dimension of their own being. Does it make sense?
Oh,
Let them be
absolutely.
who they are. We don't need to rescue those who are not ready to be rescued. When they're ready to be rescued, they will make initiative effort. That's energy. If they don't make initiative energy, you help them a little bit, too much effort, but they don't want change. What's the bother? Why not focus on help those people who really searching for you, who really need that help? Leave them who they be because they are the contributor of the universe. Let them do their job. It's like in any business in the whole world that people do this work, do that work, yeah. And you need people have their own position, yeah. And so many people, success people, because they are successful, they think that they already know everything. They're skeptical for anything new because I already done good. I'm satisfied. Why do I need to listen to new things? They want to listen when something happen, obviously, but then it's late. But that's maybe the time for the lesson they need to learn. Because if they don't go to hard way to learn the lesson, they never change. It's like my mom. Yeah, I did whatever to help her, but she won't stuck there because she thought whenever she wants, she get from me. Then I came to a point. I have to let her know her mindset. She cannot get what she want anymore from me because her mindset is wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, so I need to make a decision. So then she had to learn the lesson hard way. Yeah, she lose control of me because I don't give her permission because I'd rather focus on serving the world. Yeah, be that's another way of love. When you have someone in your family or your business partner that's so skeptical but stubborn, what you do, as long as he is part of your tribe, send him the love, accept how he is. Even the person he's doing so many things to torture himself, you need to detach from the pain because you saw the pain, they don't say saw the pain. Maybe they enjoy the emotion. They want to enjoy that. Let
Yeah,
it
because predicting, right, over a
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Because you can help them the way when they really want to help, but you don't want to help them the way hurting yourself. That's what I'm talking about, the boundary. So many people working on the journey, yeah, they are successful, but they want to go to another level of enlightenment, then being hurt by this person, being hurt by the other person, and also never worry to be put in the position that, like said, oh, you are very nice person, and then people manipulate you. Oh, I need this, can you do this for me, can you donate this for me? Then you think, okay, I was called a nice person. If I don't that, then they will say I'm not a nice person. Then I forced to give things away. I said no, because you are trapped up by the mind. Why you care how people think if you are nice or not? Because you stand tall who you are. As long as you tap into your multi-dimensional level, you know the answer. You don't need to be controlled by anyone's manipulation through their hacked unconscious mind, because they don't know what is right anyhow.
Hmm,
Stay tall and always give the big love to anyone, even they do bad things to you.
that's right. I love it. Everything that you stand for, love it. So now that you've answered that question for the skeptics that we have out there about manifestation and how it works, whether or not it really works, and boy, did you give us the answer to that. And now can you assist people with issues? I noticed on your website with these conditions like organ transplants, incurable disease, chronic diseases, with the method that you've been studying for years now.
Okay, put like this. All different diseases, yeah, is there also trapped through the unconscious mind. How it happens? Unconscious can the energy monitor our unconscious mind to change our emotion, change our understanding, change our diet, change our behavior. Yeah, so then we are manipulated to torture ourselves in a way to hit that point to get the disease. Okay, that's why it's so important to activate multi-dimensional level. That's I provide a hacking the hacker program at different level, and then also for organ transplant, I want to emphasize this. Why Stephen Jobs have at the end died because of cancer, even he had a successful organ transplant. I put like this: organ is energy, and that carries memory of the person, the donor. Okay, and from the angle of energy, then we understand that the organ is the energy at a low vibration, which we can see is physical, right? But the consciousness is the energy has a higher vibration, but connect with this organ. If you search on Google, you will find out that so many cases talking about people who replace the organ have a personality change, or even suicide, like exactly how the donor did. Why that happened? So if I don't mean you don't need to replace organ if you need to. However, if we're working on multi-dimensional level of our mind, we understand how to protect your organ according to different situation dynamically. Yeah, and if an organ have an issue, we can activate another level of multidimensional function, and to get rid of what's wrong inside the organ. Organ is energy. So for the medical treatment, they're working on the energy level, physical level. Cut operation, cut some organ, damage organ off. But I'm talking about energy at the highest level. The highest level of organ, yeah, different part of a body is what? When all this issue cannot be solved, you use your mind working on multi-dimensional level of the function at the highest level. Of course, you need to have someone who are able to teach you this. Then this organ's issue will shift into then vibration, and that high vibration actually break all these organ tissue issues into the atoms. That's connected with quantum physics. Yeah, that's a very special field. Then working on that level, then you can get rid of what you don't want to. I have a personal experience through that when I was in 20s, yeah. And because I was very ambitious, working, then I park some part of the energy I have no time to solve inside of my body, yeah. And then that parked energy actually triggered my organ. So one day when I can feel something all right, check everything all right, so I checked the cervical cancer. Then it shocked the doctor. The bacteria level, I think maybe 10,000 beyond the average, and they said that from these results it should be later stage of cancer, but they don't understand why the organ is completely beautiful. I asked them what to do. They said, we cannot do anything until explode. Then we can give you chemotherapy. For someone like me, who always proactive, take a proactive attitude, I don't wait. So I told myself, now is the time for me to shift in. Yeah, shift and just do a click. Yeah, because I practice from childhood and I get rid of that. Then when I go back to hospital, check, gone. That's it. That's a different level or level technique. And then for organ transplant, when you are too late, yeah, you don't know me and too late, you come to me and then you're put like this. If the doctor said in 1 month you need to replace the organ, what to do? I offer very aggressive and one-on-one coaching remotely, focus on just to rescue life urgently before the deadline. Then maybe that time when doctor check again before the transplant, then you check and they said, oh, looks like it's all okay. When you postpone again, then you get in another 2 months and another 2 months. You know what I mean? Then do quick. Yeah,
But
if it
it
takes.
sounds like to me that we have the ability to regenerate and cure ourselves from within. It all has everything to do with
That's
our
right.
mindset.
That's right, but only if we understand consciously, scientifically how it works inside the body, and you need to have someone who mastered that already at the level of unconscious. Otherwise, it go wrong because there are so many different techniques on the whole world. Yeah, but they try but fail, or maybe someone have a miracle. They said happen. They don't know what's going on. Yeah, and then if we are in the position already have the organ transplant, then you do a lot of work connected with that organ. Then all the work all connected with activate multidimensional your function like a brace. It's like you practice how to brace in a way that can survive in a very, for example, if you are buried underground, how you brace? The way you brace is different. When you are buried underground, you won't survive
That's
because
right.
when you breathe, when you bury it underground, you what happens? You start feel panic. When you panic, you lose more oxygen. Yeah. So the first reaction I teach people, yeah, who actually need to survive in this situation, first they need to how to reduce the usage of the oxygen, and also how to use different part of the energy inside body because you will have no food. Yeah, and how to survive better. That's another special service for the same thing, hacking the hacker. So hacking the hacker have multiple unlimited phases, and also unlimited level based on audience, based on clients' needs.
Oh, wow. So powerful. So, as we go towards the end of the show, and it's just been so dynamic, so informative, and gosh, I mean, who knew? You're just packed with information. I mean, this is life saving information, life altering information. What advice do you have to those who doubt this power of healing and change? And lastly, how can we support you in your journey?
Okay, people doubt is normal. I'm a person skeptical for everything. When you doubt, you take action. Yeah. And yeah, you don't need to necessarily come to me, but of course, you come to me is hit the nail of the head, right? Then I can help you to understand what's going on in life. For example, 1 hour with me, I can help you to understand your whole life journey because so many people have no blueprint for the whole life. Yeah, even they think they have blueprint, but they're not covered after retirement, not covered when how to die because we will die anyhow. Yeah, and the time and also what we do every day in your business, your behavior, your performance every day should add the power and value with the time when you leave the body. That's the point. And no, nobody else is doing this. I'm the authority of the unconscious mind. I'm the first one who connects consciousness with unconsciousness. Yeah. So come to me. Why even one point might maybe, change your life forever, save your life. I also, for people, because people have a different level of income. Yeah. For people who want to experience that, I even give a very cheap 3 hours session one-on-one with me. But you can imagine my time is limited. I have different projects, different business. I'm also in the process. I have my my story in movie on stage. It makes a drama. Get a lot of work. So my time is limited to with one-on-one. But I'm doing my best to serve whoever needs me. Yeah, skeptical, you doubt, then you need to experience. It's like a movie. You don't sure the movie is good or not. Why not buy the ticket to have a look? Yeah, if you love it, just watch more. Yeah, if you don't love it, though, if you're not ready. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
if
think
you just, yeah, if you just a skeptical saying wondering waste the energy. Wondering doesn't change your life. Is if you put like this, if you want to get what you want in your life, and you think you deserve more, but you don't get it, then you need to change the way of your thinking, because your current mindset leading to who you are now, and you cannot get this different results use the same mindset. Especially
right.
this is unconscious mind, which covered everything.
Definitely. And I just want to thank you so much for being a special guest on the Sisters Talk podcast today. You're amazing. I don't want the people in the audience to think I didn't see your comments today, but I was kind of wooed and I was glued, into this conversation. Very dynamic. Jerry Obaloo says, I love this show.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's my pleasure to be here. And then you can find me, your social media, My Power Lady, LinkedIn and Facebook, and you can sign up for the free training, path to liberty.com. Their free training video. Yeah,
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
love you all, everyone. I love you all, and I hope my tips helped you. If you are from charity organization, and you can go to website, you will find Dr. Angela Wilson. Click there, you will see humanity and peace. I do offer support for charity organizations. I love you all.
Definitely. And if you could just hold
Mhm.
for just a moment, I'm going to remove you from the stream and we want to thank you one last time. Please don't go anywhere. One moment. So, guys, I have to talk to you guys one on one. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment today. We definitely covered a lot of areas. You just saw the Mind Power Lady, Dr. Angela Wilson, and my goodness, she brought it today. She covered a lot of ground, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody in the audience. I did not get a chance to read every comment again because I was really deep into it myself. Thank you, Pauline. We really appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share this segment. We stream live today on YouTube as well as Facebook. So share, share, share. Doesn't cost a dime. We just want to educate the communities around us. Also, Jerry Obaloo says that we are the power of love, and I agree with her because the spirit of God is in us, and in the spirit of love, God is love, and that's so true. So I am so abundantly grateful for having such spectacular guests on our show and on our platform. We want to continue to educate the communities. I will see you on next Sunday. We have a very special guest. Her name is Miss Charlie King. She's a lactation specialist. So, for all the ladies out there who may be having issues with lactation, you want to tune into this show. It's going to be next Saturday, I'm sorry, next Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, as always, I want to thank you for tuning into the Sisters Talk podcast. You have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.